Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now White. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Pass to Mourning. Thompson outside. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Davis. To the middle. Second shot opportunity. Mourning misses. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach for Chicago.
And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Davis. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so he hits both. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
There's Davis with the three. The rebound by Shannon.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Here's Nembhard. They get the rebound. Pass to Thompson. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Embiid. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Davis. Out to Thompson. Pass to Mourning. Inside. And Embiid gets the double team. Here's Nembhard. To win the cold spell. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Here's Shannon. He buries it from three. Shannon's got 5 now.
I just love the ball movement.
.152 left in the first. Now here's Embiid. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Here's Nembhard. No good on the triple. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Ware. And there's the drive. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Pass to Mourning. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Embiid with it. And he can't bank that one in.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Towns. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Nembhard. Still without a bucket. Pass to Embiid. Embiid missing again.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Towns. Chicago grabs the miss.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Mourning. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Shannon. Good as the jump shot falls. Shannon's got 7 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And a double-digit.
The Timberwolves, 16.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves. What do you think, guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Shannon. To the inside.
Yeah, someone who has battled injuries. Great to see Yusuf Nurkic out there tonight.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, do you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Pass to Embiid. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Knocks down the long J.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Nembhard. No points so far. Here's Sharp. Uses the glass on the layup.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Here's Mourning. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Nurkic.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he sees the man's going to kick the ball out. Wow. I mean, that was great anticipation. The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Nembhard. Following the score by Minnesota. Fades away. That one's wide left.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Now here's Embiid. He has 6. Got it.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Smith left side. From 20 feet. And they pick up 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Man, and you have to like the patience there. Smith reading the defense and then attacking.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Embiid. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Now here's Sharp. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Mourning.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. There's a screen. Outside Davis. Pass to Wiggins. On the wing, Thompson. Yet to see a basket. And again, Chicago, no good. And here's Minnesota now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And Shannon gets it to go.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
The kick out to Wiggins. Pass to Davis. Here's Buzelis. Wiggins for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Back to White. Let's go with a 3. And Shannon gets it to go. Shannon's got 13.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins. And Minnesota with possession here. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. The putback. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 19.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Davis. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Shot from the inbound. No good there.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. The T-Wolves on top, up by 16. And we'll be back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 16-point game. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Embiid. Fades. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Fast break, Minnesota.
Nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
And a big-time jam right there.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Here's Mourning. Offensive rebound. Outside for Davis. Back to Embiid. Three-pointer, Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
The shot by Towns, no good. Bulls trail by 18. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. Now Davis. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by White. Here's Embiid. The rebound by Ware.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Shannon. Rebounded by Mourning.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Nembhard. And again, no good by Chicago.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And the Bulls call time here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside Davis. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. The Timberwolves lead by 20. Pass to Towns. He can't hit that time. Collins with the defensive effort. Here's Dinwiddie. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Buzelis. Clock at 6. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And the 3rd pick in 2022, Jabari Smith Jr. He struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league.
The Bulls trail by 18. Pass to Dinwiddie. DeSumo with it. Lets it go. Towns with a rebound. Here's Minnesota. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Just a great job running the floor in transition. Now, he realized they were tiring out the defense early, and they took full advantage.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Minnesota leading by 20. Wing shot on the way. That one no good. Pass to Thompson. Here's Buzelis. And again, Chicago, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now here's Wiggins. Here's Buzelis. sinks it from distance. Uzelis has got 6. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It has
The Bulls, 24. The Timberwolves.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Minnesota with possession here. 22 was their biggest lead. Henderson with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. Outside for Henderson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Bulls trail by 19. Nembhard outside. Pass to Embiid. The rebound by Mann. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Ware. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
The Timberwolves lead by 21. Pass to Ware. Launches it. Chicago with a rebound.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Now here's Davis. He's guarded by White. Back to Embiid. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
Outside White. Launches a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Bulls. Trailing by 19. The three from Thompson. Gets the three ball to go. Thompson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Lets it go from deep. Minnesota again missing.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Offline with a three. The Timberwolves lead by 16. Pass to Shannon. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. And here's Davis. Now Embiid. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Smith no good. Bulls trail by 14. Pass to Nembhard. From the arc. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Out to the right wing. Here's Shannon. Minnesota again missing.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Morning misses. Minnesota leading by 12. To get back on track. Drains the triple.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
Only 2 meetings between these teams, so you know they're savoring taking this one against Chicago.
Pass to Morning. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. The shot that time not on target.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cat is generally among the best in the league.
And there it is for him. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Towns for three. Rebounded by Mourning. Chicago with the ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Up top, Embiid. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line.
Defensive foul.
It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
First personal foul.
The constant evolution of Embiid's game, really impressive. A credit to his work ethic. He continues to get better, becoming a bigger threat with his improved arsenal.
The three gets the three to fall.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
It's time to marry the game, and I say, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew. Like a sneeze, please for them getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying-hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling. Went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages are foreign. Anything for $1, they tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil', I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, to rest in peace. Hey, to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. The captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of can the men cast and grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new, she don't ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my head on my, cause these and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. You, cause these Philly I bought with me, don't, no joke, no. All I know is when it come to me, I got young. I done did it. Every time I'm in that, I get to throwing 30 G's, but now I'm hanging out that drop head, I'm riding down no collar. They let me earn back home, that young be wildin'. We young, we mobbin', like Batman or wood. This two-door Maybach with my seat on reclining, I'm like, real wood up, real wood up. If you ain't about that game, then shut up. If you dip me in your rats, I get. When you touch down in my hood, no, that tour life ain't good. Catch me down in MIA, at that heat game on wood. With that Puma life on my feet, like that little engine I could. Boy, I slide down in your block, bike on 12 o'clock. And they be throwing deuces on the same, they watch. And I'm the king of my city, cause I'm still calling them shots. And these lanes talking that, the same, that flop. I'm the same from Birch Street with them braids that lock. The same that came up and I had to wait for my spot. And he hating on me, waiting on me, still on that hood. My Rolls Royce on E, they gon' remember me. I say remember me. So much money, your friends turn to your